wanted to run an errand.
Sorry it's raining all day, Papa. But you can go out in the yard tomorrow. Don't be restless.
Oh, I'm not restless, darling.
I remember very well the night we played together, your papa and me. It was the first time that Oscar had ever brought me here for supper. Now, I had never seen all the Hubbards together before. And you know what a lady I am and how shy. And you said that you played the fiddle and that you'd be much obliged if I'd accompany you. Well, I was obliged to you, all right. All right? Oh, Horace, you haven't heard a word I said.
Buddy, when did Oscar get home from Chicago?
Well, yesterday. Hasn't he been by?
No, neither has Uncle Ben. Not since that day.
Ooh, I didn't know it was that bad. Oscar never tells me anything.
Well, the Hubbards have had their great quarrel. I knew it was coming. It came.
It came, certainly came all right.
But Oscar was in such a good mood when he got home. I didn't think that there was anything.
Harriet,
Party? What? Oh,
Nothing for it. I had some fresh butter, so I made the cake. And a little elderberry is always good for the stomach in the rain.
oh, a party just for Sam.
Come on back here, Mr. Horace. Stop thinking so much. You know, a glass of elderberry would do you much more good.
oh, good cakes, Addie. It's nice here, just us. Wish it could always be this way.
Oh, quiet and restful, too.
It won't be that way much longer. So a little while sitting right here, you'll be able to just hear those red bricks going into place. The next day, smoke will be pushing out the chimney. And by church time that Sunday morning, oh, every human born or woman will be living on chicken. At least that's what Mr. Ben's been telling the story.
They believe it that way?
Believe it. They used to believe in what Mr. Ben orders. Oh, they did such much mess around here since Sherman's army did not come near here.
They are fools.
You ain't born in the South unless you're a fool.
You know, we didn't play together after that night. Oscar doesn't like me to play the piano. You know what he said that night? Who? Oscar. He said music made him nervous. He said he just sat there and waited for the next note. Oh, he wasn't poking fun. He meant it. Now, your papa, he don't like to admit it, but he's been mighty kind to me all these years. Oh, so many times he would step in when somebody said something. One time he stopped Oscar from... Oh, I'm sorry. Here I am, so happy, and I'm thinking about sad things. Now, that's just not right now, is it?
Have a cake, Cal.
Yes, sir. You want me, Mr. Horace?
What time is it, Cal?
About 10 before it's 5.
All right. I want you to go down to the bank for me.
But it'll be closed. Nobody will be there but Mr. Mandan, Mr. Leo, Mr. Joe Holmes.
I know. Just walk in the back way. They'll all be sitting around the table going over the day's business. Now, you see that box there?
Yes, sir.
I want you to tell Mr. Mandan that Mr. Horace appreciates the box being delivered and it arrives safe.
But he brought us up Wednesday. He said, hello, Cal. Come on to summer weather.
Now, Cal, you just go down to the bank and say what I tell you to say. You understand?
No, sir. I ain't gonna say I understand. I'm going to tell a man to give you something that he know he already give you, and you say understand.
Now, Cal.
Yes, sir. I was just going to say you obliged to the box because I ain't going to understand it, but I sure am going to say it.
All right, and then tell Manny you don't want him to stop by after supper and bring Mr. Saul Fowler with him.
Mr. Kerr after supper and bring your attorney-in-law, Saul Fowler.
Right. Now you just walk into that bank and you say your piece in front of everybody. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Is something the matter, Papa?
No, darling, I'm all right.
Miss Birdie, that elderberry's gonna give you one of your headache spells.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think it will.
Do you want your medicine, Papa?
No, darling, I'll be fine. It'll be all right.
You know, Mama used to give me elderberry wine when I was a girl. Well, hiccoughs. You know, I don't think people get hiccoughs anymore. Isn't that funny? Oh, I used to get hiccoughs whenever I shouldn't have.
You know, people don't get growing pains anymore. That is funny. You know, it's like there's a style to what you get. 1 year ailments in style and the next one it ain't.
I remember it was my first big party at Lyman. Oh, and I was so excited. And there I was with hiccoughs and Mama laughing. Oh, Mama always laughed. There, big party, a lovely dress from Mr. Worth in Paris, France, and hiccoughs. Oh, my brother pounded me on the back and my mama holding that elderberry bottle. Oh, everybody was on their way to come. I was such a ninny, just hiccoughing away. You know, that was the first day I ever saw Scot. The Longs were selling their horses and he was going there to buy. As he passed by, he lifted his hat. We could see him out the window. My brother, just to tease Mama, said, we should have invited the Hubbards to the party. He said Mama didn't like them because they kept a store, and that was old-fashioned of her. And then I saw Mama get angry for the first time in my life. She said she was old-fashioned, but not in that way. She said she was old-fashioned enough to not like people that killed animals just because they wanted to kill them, and then charged high, awful interest to poor, ignorant niggers and cheated them out of the things that they bought. Oh, she was angry, Mama was. I'd never seen her face like that before. And then all of a sudden, she laughed, and she said, look, I have frightened the hiccoughs right out of Birdie. And so she had. They were gone.
Yeah, they got awfully well off, niggers. Well, you know, there are people who eat the earth and all the people on it, like the locusts in the Bible. And then there are the people who stand around and watch them do it. It ain't right to stand around and watch them do it.
That's why I think we'd all be better off at Lyman. Oh, everybody there would be good and they'd be kind. I like people to be good. Don't you, Horace? Don't you like people to be good?
Yes, buddy.
That was the first night I ever saw Scot. Who would have thought? Do y'all want no secret? I don't like Leo. My own son, and I don't even like him. I guess I like Oscar even more.
Why did you marry Uncle Oscar?
Now that is no question for you to be asking.
Why not? She's heard enough around here to ask anything she likes.
Henry, why did you marry Uncle Oscar?
But that wasn't it. Why don't you ask why he married me? I can tell you, because he's told me enough.
No, Miss Bernie.
Oh, my family, they were good. And the cotton on line, that was even better. Ben Hubbard wanted that cotton, so Oscar Hubbard married it for him. Oh, he was so nice to me. He used to smile at me. He hasn't smiled at me since. Oh, everybody knew that's why he married me. Everybody but me. Stupid me.
I see. Papa. I mean, you're better. Couldn't we get away from here? I mean, just us, couldn't we?
Yes, darling. I know what you mean. I'll try. I promise I'll try.
Rest of it, Miss Bernie. You get to talking like this and you get one of your headaches.
I've never had a headache in my life. Oh, and you know it as well as I do. I've never had a headache, Zane. That's a lie to tell for me. I drink all by myself in my room. I drink, and then when they want to hide it, they say Bernie's got a little headache.
But
Oh, you're not gonna like me anymore. You're not gonna like me.
I love you, Eva. And I always love you.
Well, don't like me, because in 20 years you're gonna be just like me. Oh, do you know that in 20 years I've never had a single day of happiness? Oh, maybe a little like today, with only you, but not a whole single day. Oh, sometimes I wish, oh, please let me have just one whole day, then, and that's when you'll just like me. Oh, you're going to trail after them, hoping that they won't be so mean to you that day. Oh, that they don't say things that make you feel so bad. Only you're going to be worse off than I am, because you haven't got my mama to remember.
Because we were all trying to make a happy day. You know, we sit around and we try to pretend nothing's happened. We try to pretend we're not here. Maybe we're somewhere else. By ourselves. It just doesn't seem to work. Come on, Aunt Letty. I'll take you home. You and me.
Well, that's the first time I ever heard Miss Bernie say a word. It's probably good for her. I am just sorry Zan had to hear it. You don't feel well, do you?
So you didn't want Zan to hear. You know, it'd be nice letting her stay innocent like Berta was at her age, but let her listen now. Let her see everything. How else is she going to understand that she's got to get away from here? I'm trying to show her. I'm trying, but I've only got a little time left. She can even hate me when I'm gone, and she'll only learn to hate and fear this. Pretty soon, you're going to be the only one here to help her.
What can I do?
Take her away.
How can I do that? Do you think they would just let me walk away with her?
I'll fix it so they can't stop you when you're ready to go. Please, Annie, please, tell me you'll go.
Yes, Mr. Harper.
I'm gonna make a new will. And they're gonna make trouble, but you make Zan stand firm and so follow and do the rest. Addie, I'd like to leave you something for yourself. I've always wanted to.
Don't do that, Mr. Harper. A nigger woman on a white man's will. I wouldn't get it, no how.
I know, but listen to me. There's $1,700 bills in the armoire drawer upstairs. It's money left over from my trip. It's in an envelope with your name on it. I want you to have it.
$1,700 bills? I wouldn't know how to count that high. But it is so nice and kind. I just don't know what to say.
I'm back. I'm back.
So we see.
Well,
Nothing. I just went and spoke my piece just like you told me. I say, Mr. Horace, he thanks you mightily for the safe box arriving in such good shape. And that you should come right after with some college attorney-at-law right to you. Then, I'll wipe my hands on the curb. Every time I ever told a lie my whole life, I'll wipe my hands right after. While wiping my hands, Mr. Leo jumps up and says, "What box? What you talking about?"
did he?
Yes. And then he said he got to leave a little early because he got something to do. And Mr. Manny told him he should sit next down and stop and finish up his work and stop acting like he made Mr. President or something. So he sits back there. Well, Mr. Manny, he was mighty surprised with the message because he knows right now they brought you the box. But he took it all right. Some didn't take everything easy. Some do not.
Well, Leo was telling the truth. He does have something to do. I hope Manny don't keep him too late. No, Addie, leave me here.
But that's with Regina coming back.
Addie, go away.
Mr. Harris, you don't need to talk anymore.
Go
That
on.
is sick.
Go on.
It won't do you any good.
I thought we agreed that you would stay in your part of the house and I in mine. This room is my part of the house. Do not come down here again.
I won't.
Our cow will take you back upstairs.
Before you do, I wanted to inform you that we have, after all, invested in Hubbard Sons and Marshall Cotton Manufacturers.
What are you talking about? You haven't seen Ben. When did you change your mind?
I didn't change my mind. I didn't invest the money. It was invested for me.
What?
You see that box? That box contained $88,000 in Union Pacific bonds. They're gone now. Take a look. Look, Regina. Those bonds are as negotiable as cash.
What joke are you playing now? Is this for my benefit?
You know, I don't look in that box very often. But 3 days ago, on Wednesday it was, because I made a decision.
I want to know what you're talking about.
Don't interrupt me again. I'd made a decision, so I sent for the box. The bonds were gone. $88,000 gone.
Do you really think I'm crazy enough to believe what you're saying?
Believe anything you like.
Where did they go to?
Well, I should imagine they're in Chicago with Mr. Marshall.
Well, how did they get there? Walked to Chicago? Have you really gone crazy?
Leo stole the bomb.
I don't believe you.
Well, I wasn't there, but I can guess what happened. This fine gentleman, to whom you were willing to marry your daughter, took the keys and opened the box. You remember the night of the fight when Oscar had to go to Chicago? Well, he went with the bonds that his son Leo had stolen for him. Well, and for Ben too, of course.
When did you notice the bonds were missing?
Wednesday night.
I thought that's what you said. Well, why'd you wait 3 days to do anything? Oh, this will make a fine story.
Couldn't it?
A fine story to hold over their heads. How could they be such fools?
Except I'm not going to hold it over their heads.
What?
I'm going to let them keep the bonds as a loan from you and loan.
See, you are punishing me. Well, I won't let you punish me. You won't do anything about it, I will. Now.
No, you won't. Because if you make trouble, I'll simply say I let them the bond.
You would do that?
Yes. For once, I am tying your hands, and there's nothing you can do.
I see. You're going to lend him the bonds and let them keep all the profits from them. There's nothing I can do about it, is that right?
Yes.
Why did you say I was making this gift?
I was coming to that. I'm making a new will, Regina. And in it, I'm going to leave you $88,000 in Union Pacific bonds. The rest will go to Sam. Now, it's true your brothers have borrowed your share for a short time. Upon my death, I suggest that you have a conversation with Ben and Oscar. Of course, they'll deny everything, and Ben, I think, is smart enough to realize that he's safe. Because I knew about the theft, yet I said nothing. Nor will I say anything as long as I live. Is that clear to you?
You will not say anything as long as you live.
That's right. And let's face it, by then they may have replaced the bonds. And then they'll be yours, and no one will know about this but us. You know, I bet they're going to be over there any minute to see what I'm going to do. I took great care to ensure that word reached Leo. They're going to be mighty pleased to know that I'm not going to do anything. And Ben will think it all a capital joke on you. And that will be the end of that. And there's nothing you can do to them, nothing you can do to me.
You hate me very much.
No.
Oh, I think you do. Well, we haven't been very good together. And anyway, I don't hate you either. I only have contempt for you. I've always had.
Really? From the very first?
I think so.
Well, I loved you. Why did you marry me?
I was lonely.
You were lonely.
Not lonely the way people usually mean. I was lonely for all the things I wasn't going to get. Everything in this house was always so busy, there was never any time for what I wanted, and I wanted the world, and then Papa died, and he left the money to Ben and Oscar.
And you married me.
Yes. Yes, I thought I was wrong. You were a small town clerk then, and you haven't changed.
What?
It wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't what I wanted at all. And it took me a little while to realize I'd made a mistake. And as for you, well, I don't know. I think I began to despise the kind of man you were. I used to lie there at night, praying you wouldn't come near.
It was as bad as that?
Do you remember the time that I went to Dr. Sloan and I told you he said there was something the matter with me and that you shouldn't touch me anymore?
I remember.
And you believed it? I couldn't understand that. I couldn't understand how anybody could be such a soft fool. I think that's when I began to despise you.
Why didn't you leave me?
I told you I married you for something, Horace. Turns out, maybe it was just for this. It wasn't what I wanted, but it was something. You know, I never thought about it much. If I had, I'd realized that you were going to die before I would. Of course, there's no way I could have known that you would get heart trouble so early. It's so bad. I'm lucky, Carl. I've always been lucky. And I'm going to be lucky again.
Please. Tell Eddie. The other bottle's upstairs. Addie.
everybody? It's Mr. Horace. He's had a bad attack. Mr. Regina said stop the screaming. Have you seen Mr. Oscar or Mr. Ben? Answer me, will you? No, I ain't seen him. I ain't got time to talk to you. I gotta get him. When did this happen? Do you think Papa would be somewhere I can find him? I've been looking for him all afternoon. He's had it since he's come home. Where is he? I've been looking all over town. He's up there. Well, he's upstairs. Will you listen to me, please?
Let's go check up on him. I don't know. Well, he was all right when we
Will you listen to me?
What's the matter with you?
I'm trying to tell you. I've been trying to find you for an hour.
Tell me what?
Uncle Horace, he knows about the bonds. He's had the box since Wednesday.
Stop shouting. What the hell are you talking
I'm
about?
trying to tell you Uncle Horace knows about the bonds. Ain't that clear enough?
Stop screaming. What happened? Talk quietly.
I'm trying to tell you. Uncle Horace, he knows about the bonds. He's had the box since Wednesday.
That might not mean a damn thing.
But might not, huh? Well, then he tells Mander to come here tonight and bring Soul Fowler with him. I guess that doesn't mean anything either.
You know, there's the box. You ass. Put it down. What the hell are you going to do?
I'm going to put it somewhere where nobody
Put it down. Don't touch it. Now sit down and shut up for a minute.
You said he's had it since Wednesday? Since Wednesday, and you ain't said a
No,
damn thing?
I
can put it back. I can put it back before anybody knows.
He's had it since Wednesday, but he hasn't said a word to us. Why?
What's the difference? Why? He was getting ready to say plenty. He was going to say it to Soul Fowler tonight.
I don't believe that.
Who don't believe it? What do I care what you believe? I do all the dirty work, and then you turn.
I'm remembering that, Leo. What do you mean?
You told me that
Don't shut up, that little fool. I'll show you what I mean. For some reason he knows, but he don't say a word. Look, maybe he don't. Maybe that Leo. He's no fool. Man, those bombs are missing.
How could I tell? I was half crazy. I don't think so. Mander seemed kind of puzzled.
Yeah, find out.
He looked at me kind of funny. I don't know.
How is he now?
I don't know, Mr. Ben.
When did it happen?
He wasn't feeling so bad early. And then there he was. With the lady in his eyes tight.
Dr. Sloan is over at the Belongs. You need to itch the buggy and go get it. Now go on.
Let's see Sloan anywhere when you need him. Sounds bad.
Well, he would have told her about it. And Regina. Well, he would have told his own wife.
I told her, but they weren't on such pretty terms. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Now you listen to me. If she doesn't know that, all right. If she knows, you're not to say he lent you the bomb.
Well, listen to me. Who's going to believe that?
Don't you understand?
Well, why me? Well, why not to you, or why not Uncle Ben?
Just because he didn't lend them to you. Remember that.
All he's got to do is say he didn't lend them to
For
me.
some reason, he doesn't seem to be talking now, does he? What happened?
He's had a bad attack.
It's too bad. I'm sorry we weren't here when Horace needed us the most.
When you needed us.
Yes.
How is it? Can we go up?
He's not conscious.
It's that bad. You think Salone could be found once, just quickly once?
I don't think there's much he can do for him now.
Don't talk like that. He's come through attacks before. He will now.
Well, we haven't seen each other since the day of our fight.
No, that was nothing. You and Oscar and I used to fight all the time when we were kids.
You think we should go up here and check on Horace?
Feel well.
No, I don't feel well. Horace told me about the bonds this afternoon.
The bonds? What do you mean? The bonds?
You mean Horace's bonds? You mean the Union Pacific bonds?
Yes.
Well, what about him? What could he tell you?
He told me that Leo had stolen the bonds and given them
ridiculous.
to
Well,
me.
Jimmy, he didn't do
Is
anything,
it
all right?
enough that they stole them from him? Do I have to listen?
You're talking
to
out of my mind.
I asked him to stop that, please.
You starting out on the wrong end, Regina? What did Horace tell you?
He told me that Leo had stolen the bonds,
Still-
which you let me finish. And then he said he was going to pretend that he had lent you the bonds as a present from me to my brothers. He said there was nothing I could do about it. And he said he was going to give the rest of his money to Alexandra. And that is all.
Well, I could have told you he lent
So
them
I'm
to me.
very badly off, you see. But Horace said there was nothing I could do about it as long as he was alive to say that he had lent you the bond.
You shouldn't feel that way. It can all be explained, all be adjusted.
So at least you are willing to admit that the bonds were stolen.
I did no such thing. I was Poor Horace made up that part of the story to tease you. Perhaps punish you. Punish you.
Well, it's not a pleasant story, Ben. Naturally, I feel bad. I
Well,
thought things
you
were
should
going.
have the bond safely back. That was the understanding, wasn't it, Oscar?
Yes.
Well, I'm glad to know that. But I had such high
Oh,
hopes,
don't
Ben.
talk like that. That's foolish. Now, we ought to drive out the Stones ourselves, and if we can't get them, go up to Centerville for Dr. Morris. I think I'm dismissing this other business. I'm not. We'll have it out on a more appropriate day.
Well, I don't think you ought to go yet. I think you ought to stay and sit down.
Oh, we'll be back in
Cal has gone for him. I don't want you to go.
Don't worry.
You will come back in this room and sit down. There's something more I have to say.
Since when do I take orders from you?
You don't yet. Now come back, Oscar, and you too, Leo.
Oh, Gina, I think you lost your cotton picking
Oh,
mind.
I've already clipped your wings, and very literally. I have to clip them too. Father with a smile, Regina. Not a soft man for a woman's smile.
Oh, I'm smiling, Ben. I'm smiling because you're safe as long as Horace lives. But I don't think he will live. And if Horace doesn't live, I want 75% in exchange for the bonds.
Greedy. What a greedy girl you are. You want so much of everything.
And if I don't get what I want, I'm going to put all three of you in jail.
You have crazy!
Now, what evidence will you put Oscar and Leo in jail?
Listen to him, Oscar. He's willing to swear that it was you and Leo. How do you feel about that? Don't be too angry. I'm going to make sure he goes in with you.
Do anything you like. Put an end to all this and say goodbye to you. It's his money and he's obviously willing to let us borrow it. Make threats that you can carry through. For how many years have I told you a good-looking woman gets more by being soft and appealing? Mama used to tell you that. Now where the hell is Sloan? Get the buggy in.
What is it, Alexander? What's wrong? My God. I didn't know it was that bad. Nobody could have known it was that bad.
Like yesterday when he first came here.
Yes, that's true. The whole town loved and respected him.
Did you love him? Uncle Oscar?
Of course I did. That's a ridiculous question.
Did you love him? Uncle Ben?
He had a kind way about him.
And you? Mama. Did you love him too?
I know what you must feel, Alexander, but please try to get hold of yourself.
I'm trying, Mama. I'm trying very hard.
You think some people laugh and some people cry, Alexandra. Then you cry.
What was Papa doing on the staircase, Mama?
Please go to your room, Alexandra. We all need time to get over shots like this. Please go, Alexandra.
No, Mama. I need to talk to you.
Later. Go and rest now.
No, Mama. I'll wait. Plenty of time. All my life.
Well, as I was saying, tomorrow morning I'm going to go to Judge Sims and I'm going to tell him about me.
Not for the
I
child.
didn't ask her to stay. Tomorrow morning I'm going to Judge Sims and I'm going to tell him about you.
Yeah, what proof? What proof
None.
are this?
None. I don't need any. The bonds are missing and there was Marshall and that'll be enough. And if it isn't, then I'll make
Well,
something up.
deny the whole thing.
Deny your heads off. You won't find a jury that wouldn't weep for a woman whose brothers steal from her. And you can't find 12 men in this state you haven't cheated and hate you.
Talk that way about us! We're your own brothers. How can you talk that way when not 5 minutes ago your own husband?
There are people in this world that can never go back, who must finish what they start, Oscar. And I am one of those people. Where was I? hate you. But I won't care too much if they don't, because by then you'll already be ruined. And I'm going to tell Mr. Marshall, who likes me, I think, and will not want to be involved in your scandal. A respectable firm like Marshall and Sons. The deal will be off in an hour, and you know it. Now, I don't want to hear any more from any of you. There will be no more bargaining in this house. Now, I'll take my 75% and we'll forget the story forever. And that's one way of doing it, the way I prefer. But you know me well enough to know I don't mind taking it the other way.
Oh, but so they would know you well enough, Regina.
You're getting old, Ben. Your tricks aren't as smart as they used to be. All right. I take it it's settled and I get what I want.
Are you just gonna stand there and let her talk to us like
You
this?
have a suggestion?
No, he hasn't. All right, Leah. Now, I'm going to forget you ever saw the bonds. You boys both behave yourself. I forget we ever even talked about it. You can draw up the necessary papers in the morning. You're a good loser, Ben. I like that.
Well, I say to myself, what's the good? You know, I don't like Oscar. We're not sour people. I think that comes from a good digestion. And then, too, one loses today and wins tomorrow. I say to myself, years of planning, you get what you want, and you don't get it. The century's turning, the world is open. Open to people like you and me. Ready for us, waiting for us. After all, this is just the beginning. There are thousands of Hubbards sitting in rooms just like this all over the country. All the names aren't Hubbards, but they're all Hubbards, and they will own this country someday. We'll get along.
I think so.
And then, too, I say to myself, things may change. I agree with Alexandra. What is a man in a wheelchair doing on a staircase? I ask myself that.
And what do you answer?
I have no answer. Maybe someday I will, maybe never. But maybe someday. When I do, I'll let you know.
Well, when you do write me, I'll be in Chicago. Oh, Ben. If only Papa had left me his money.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, certainly. It'll sort of be working for me now.
Alexandra, you are turning out to be a right interesting girl. Good night, all.
What do you want to talk to me about, Alexander?
Changed my mind. Don't want to talk. There's nothing to talk about. No.
You're acting very strange tonight. Not like yourself. You've had a great shock. I know that. You loved your papa very much. But you knew how sick he was. You knew this was going to come.
I knew. We all knew.
But it'll do you good to get away from him. Good for me, too. Time heals most wounds, Alexandra. And you're young. You should have all the things that I wanted. I'm going to make the world for you the way I wanted it to be. Just sit there staring. Been around Bertie so much you'll get just like her.
Funny. That's what Aunt Betty said today.
It'll do you good to get away from all this.
Cal's back, Miss Regina. He says Dr. Sloan will be here in a few minutes.
Well, we'll go in a few weeks. That's just a few Saturdays, a few Sundays, and then... I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I don't want any supper. Just put out the lights and lock up. Alexandra, go to your room. Addie will bring something hot. You look very tired. Call me when Dr. Sloan gets here. I don't want to talk to anybody else. I don't want any condolence calls tonight. The whole town will be over.
Mom. I'm not going with you. I'm not going to Chicago.
You're very upset, Alexandra.
I mean what I say. All my heart.
say no.
Say it, Mama. Say it. And see what happens.
And if I make you stay,
That would be foolish. Wouldn't work in the end.
you're very serious about this, aren't you? You'll change your mind in a few days.
You only change your mind when you want to. And I won't want to.
Alexandra, I am at the end of my rope. Somewhere there has to be what I want to. Life goes too fast. Go where you want. Take what you want. Do what you want. I'd like to keep you with me, but I won't make you stay. Too many people used to make me do too many things. No, I won't make you stay.
You couldn't, Mama. Because I want to leave here as I've never wanted anything in my life before. Because I understand what Papa was trying to tell me. Oh, then one day, Hattie said there were people who ate the earth and other people who stood around and watched them do it. And just now, Uncle Ben said the same thing, really. He said the same thing. Will you tell him for me, Mama, that I'm not going to stand around and watch you do it? Tell him I'll be fighting as hard as he'll be fighting, somewhere where people don't just stand around and watch.
Well, you have spirit after all. I used to think you were just sugar water. I don't want to be bad friends. I don't want us to be bad friends, Alexander. Would you like to come up and talk to me? Would you like to sleep in my room tonight?
Are you afraid, Mama?